top stories tonight. President Tinubu seeks Senate confirmation of appointments. Motorists demand hike in toll price of petroleum products.
The promises they've been making regarding building of refineries, they are able to do it. I don't think that we should be having issues with fuel.
Plus, correspondents on special assignment stress the value of empowering women.
I am concerned about empowering women to further education.
Glad to have you join us on NTA Port Harcourt News at 7. I am Ifoma Umesa. Joining me tonight is Juliet Wafo, the sign language interpreter. Welcome. Transmission of the news can also be viewed on our social media platforms currently showing on your screen. Like our page on our platforms to get updates of our news and programs. A better Nigeria begins with caring communities, active citizens, and selfless hearts ready to serve. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has communicated the Senate seeking confirmation of appointees, among them Taiwo Oyedele as a Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Other appointees for confirmation are Magnus Abe as Chairman of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission and Ms. Menasaro Ilu as Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Anti-Dumping Agency. Meanwhile, the 2026 budget estimate for the Federal Capital Territory Administration has been transmitted by the Executive for Senate's consideration and passage. Senate at plenary mourned the death of Senator Ipingi Barinada, who represented River South East Senatorial District, and suspended all activities in his honor. The sudden increase in fuel price continues to bite hard on Nigerians as filling stations dispense at different prices within Port Harcourt metropolis. Precious Aripo, who visited some of the filling stations, reports that long queues are seen at NNPC stations while others hardly sell.
Few days, pump price of petroleum products has increased with filling stations dispensing at different prices. Apart from NNPC stations that have long queues of vehicles, many of the other filling stations in Port Harcourt are not dispensing, while others sell between 1,200 naira and 1,250 naira per litre.
The current price of fuel is 1,250. Actually, we have a lot of challenges, and even our customers are complaining. They also complaining. The cost of fuel now is as a result of, according to all the war that is going on between Iraq, Israel, and America and US. The sales have dropped. Before we come here, we see a lot of people. This place used to feel.
Motorists are complaining of how the increase is affecting their businesses, noting that if the trend continues, transportation may become unbearable for travelers.
If the promises they've been making regarding building of refineries, they are able to do it, I don't think that we should be having issues with fuel, kerosene, gas, and all the petroleum products.
You can't even find fuel to buy in Port Harcourt. And I don't know why. And people are even hoarding the fuel, buying. You can see what's happening with different jerrycans. What's the problem?
It's really affecting me. Because I used to buy 5 liters less, but now I'm buying it now. It's really affecting me and my passengers. I want the government to bring down the price of fuel.
Although black market vendors are not mostly seen in the daytime, however, in the evenings, black marketers may likely take advantage of the situation to make brisk business. In Port Harcourt, Precious Aripo, NTA News.
Joining me via telephone call to discuss further on this is Dr. Billy Gillis Harry, the National President, Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me this evening.
All right, let's begin. How will you describe the situation arising from the Middle East crisis, which has resulted in increase in prices of petroleum products in Nigeria?
Well, Well, clearly we can see that the hostilities in the Middle East has affected Nigeria, and that is just how the industry operates, because the oil and gas industry pricing and mechanisms are internationally controlled. So a little bit of offset somewhere snowballs into every part of the world. So Nigeria is having a share of it, and we do hope that this will not be too long, that we'll get back to normalcy.
Okay, shouldn't we have been at an advantage in view of the refining capacity within the country?
Well, Nigeria is over 200 something million people, so one refinery may not satisfy the entire needs of Nigerians, but that is not the reason why prices have hiked. Prices have hiked because the investment stock that is needed, which is the crude oil, is denominated in international dollar, and also by is designed, by the international pricing. So no matter what the price, the availability of crude oil we have for our refinery, the price will still be dictated by international pricing values, which, as you saw, went as close to 100, and even though now we are seeing some kind of a reduction. So the advantage we have is that we have a refinery that is guaranteeing available petroleum product, which would have been worse if we didn't have this refinery. So we thank Aliko Dangote and his vision is for making this happen to Nigeria. And we just hope, that is to continue by working closely with all the stakeholders to ensure that there's a seamless distribution of petroleum products across Nigeria.
Okay, yes. What can be done to end long queues presently being witnessed at filling stations?
Well, as you can tell, there are different prices in different retail outlets because of the dynamics of how the business has worked. Most stations where you have quite a lot of queue is because the prices are very low as 3 naira or 4 naira or 5 naira less than other stations. So that is the reality. All that we can say is that we just hope that the authorities will abate, and these challenges we're having in the cost of petroleum crude oil will reduce, and there will be a very significant reduction. This evening, as you can see, Dangote refinery has reduced the price by 100 naira. So basically, that means that something good is happening and has happened. And we believe that it will continue in that way, even though any further hostilities can sharply increase the prices.
Okay, I will believe and hope that it will continue in that way. Thank you, Dr. Billy Guinness Harry, for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much. Moving on, Organization for Women in Science for Developing World Uniport branch is taking proactive steps to stimulate the interest of more female students in taking up career in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. To mark the 2026 International Women Day, the group organized a career combat project to inspire the girl students to pursue STEM education. Kinsla Majiri reports.
The Organization for Women in Science for Developing World, OWSD, is a global body that supports and promotes women scientists in developing countries. Part of the group's objective is to help women build careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics (STEM). This is the rationale for the Career Compact project spearheaded by the Uniport branch.
We realize that there's this gender gap in the field of STEM. And so we started to, bridge that gap. And so this year, the committee also introduced the Career Compass project, through which they will, expose the girl children to various opportunities that exists, in the field of STEM.
The theme of the program, Closing the Gender Gap in STEM, highlights an important global conversation to encourage the girl students to actively participate in science education. The organizers believe that when these talented girl students are inspired to break barriers and contribute innovative solutions to advance progress in their societies.
Most families wouldn't want, they feel they're wasting resources on a girl child to go to study these courses. We still have people like that. So that's it. So encouraging them to break the stereotypes.
So this event is meant to help them to have an interest in science profession, and then to also pursue careers in science and engineering.
Some of those who participated in today's engagement would like to get their thoughts on what this program is all about and how it may influence their decision in taking courses in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
When the first speaker talked about the amount of years it takes to do medicine, I was actually rethinking it, and I realized that medicine is my calling and I'm very interested in that.
This program was very insightful, and I even wrote some things down that I will go back to look at and ponder on.
My takeaway from this program today that your background doesn't mean anything. Your determination will make you.
The program had sessions for women in STEM to share personal experiences and expose the young girls to opportunities in their identified career paths. All girls academic students emerged first in our STEM quiz, earlier organized by the group, with Community Secondary School Choba and Deeper Life High School Port Harcourt clinching second and third positions respectively. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Marjorie, NTA News.
Away from education to other matters, as the world marks International Women's Day, stakeholders are once again highlighting the need for greater inclusion of women in leadership and decision-making. In Rivers State University, experts, advocates, and students gathered to stress that empowering women is not just a gender issue, but a development imperative. Osinachi Samuel reports.
Behind every thriving society and every enterprise in business, there is a woman. That message echoes strongly at the event organized by the Department of Adult Education and Community Development, Faculty of Education at Rivers State University, in partnership with the Tender Soko Initiative to commemorate International Women's Day 2026. The gathering brought together women from different sectors who shared experiences on leadership, mentorship, and the importance of creating opportunities for women to participate fully in governance, healthcare, and community development.
I am concerned about empowering women to further enrich the nation.
We recognize that education is a strong bridge to justice, to education and get justice. We will continue to make sure that the role of women are well protected, the interests are well protected.
Speakers noted that while women continue to play vital roles in building families, businesses, and communities, they remain significantly underrepresented in their leadership positions. Participants say empowering women through education, mentorship, and inclusive policies will not only strengthen institutions but also accelerate national development.
The theme for this program is giving to gain. All we have to do in this life is how to touch lives of people, how to give to the society, how to advocate for not just the world at large, but narrowing it down to women.
Over 60% of women in the key offices given positions, key positions. That, to me, I take as a very high point.
We have come to tell the young ones that you can always learn. But that's why I talked about harnessing talents. and building communities. When we talk about harnessing talents, there are different children, there are different persons with different talents. Everybody has a talent, a unique talent. And that is the reason why we need to catch them young. If you are good in this, develop it.
Their message is simple: give women the opportunity and the nation will gain the dividends of inclusive leadership. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
Many regions across the country have been experiencing intense heat in recent days. Even occasional rains have done little to ease the scorching temperatures, leaving Nigerians to cope with what experts describe as a heat wave, which is a prolonged period of unusually hot weather that can pose serious health risks. Chidebere Onion reports on essential tips that people can adopt to stay safe during these extreme heats.
The sun is not only hot, there is no breeze, there's no air. At night, the heat, my body rashes all over my body, is unbearable. I don't like this kind of features on my neck. I pray for rain to fall.
For most Nigerians, the weather these days is becoming hotter and somewhat unbearable as it causes much perspiration even at night.
I'm looking for this sunblock to protect myself from the sun. Talking about the rays, because it's hard to have this effect on the skin.
I have some sun cream in my bag, so I use the sun cream and I bathe often. As long as I get home, I pour cold water. Even at night, I wake up like 3 times to pour cold shower on my body.
Climate change has been an emerging public health and environmental concern. Experts say if proper preventive measures are not duly taken, the high temperature coupled with humidity can lead to meningitis, heat stroke and dehydration, which can cause mortality and morbidity.
When you are dehydrated inside the heated environment, you can get what we call heat stroke. Heat stroke, that is a situation where you see somebody suddenly collapse because of too much hotness in the environment.
Abnormal hot air is what we are experiencing now as heat wave. It's a change in weather patterns. So, due to that change, we experience what is called heat wave. And the thing is that it's part of climate change. It's due to human inactivities. It's what is also bringing about this climate change.
There are, however, some coping measures to get through the season.
People should also make sure they take enough fluid, enough cold fluid, to make sure your body is not dehydrated.
In most parts of the country, we don't have the green cover that we meet what we are passing through. When you go out there in the sun, there's no shade. So you pick all the dangerous rays coming from the sun and you need protection. There's no trees anywhere. These trees will assimilate as much, as we put into the atmosphere and then cool the atmosphere.
Nigerians are strongly advised to adopt adequate measures to overcome the effect of the harsh weather condition and safeguard their health. In Port Harcourt, Chidebere Onion, NTA News.
If you are just joining us, you are watching the Prime News at 7 on NTA Port Harcourt. We have more reports after the break. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Spring Park Hotel, a place where comfort meets true class. Enjoy luxury rooms, fine dining, and a peaceful atmosphere designed just for your relaxation. With active security personnel, 24 hours power supply, and free Wi-Fi, your stay is safe, connected, and always convenient. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Spring Park Hotel gives you that perfect blend of warmth and sophistication. Spring Park Hotel is located at Plot 8 and the Ken Road in Alogo, behind Royal House of Grace Church, Choba. For reservation, call 0802-952-3128. Follow us on Facebook at Spring Park Hotel or email springparkhotel2017@gmail.com. Spring Park Hotel, a feeling beyond words.
It's better. More nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. No kidding. chips. That's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Thanks for staying tuned. Let's now join Abasi Freke for business news. Her report is here presented.
The Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited recorded a profit after tax of 385 billion naira in January 2026, even as crude oil and condensate production rose to 1.64 million barrels per day, according to the firm's latest monthly operational report. The January 2026 NNPC monthly report summary released on Monday showed that the state-owned energy company generated 2.571 trillion naira in revenue during the month, while remitting 726 billion naira as statutory payments to the Federation. This means the company recorded a sharp 47% decline in its monthly revenue, which fell from 4.82 trillion naira in December 2025 to 2.57 trillion naira in January 2026. This contraction came despite a marginal increase in the company's profit after tax. Still on business news, as a fallout of the ongoing US-Iran war, a liter of petrol rose to about 1,300 naira per liter in most filling stations nationwide Monday, after the Dangote Petroleum Refinery hiked its gantry price from 995 naira to 1,175 naira a liter, sparking fears of a fresh rise in inflation among members of the organized private sector. This was confirmed by economists and the organized private sector, who warned that a hike could fuel inflationary pressures affecting goods and services, while companies scramble to adjust budgets and pricing strategies to cushion the impact on consumers.
The fifth biannual inter-house sports competition of Egghead School proved that the school is more than just a hub for academics, but also a stage where discipline meets talent, friendship is strengthened, and tomorrow's champions are given a chance to shine. Kingsley Amaju reports that Emirate House emerged victorious, dousing the audience with stand-out performances and outpacing their rivals to claim the top spot.
This biannual tradition brings together student competitors, their parents, and teachers. The 2026 edition, no doubt, was a colorful celebration of athletics, teamwork, and sporting spirit. The competition puts to test the students' mental speed, skill, and determination to accomplish their assigned task in record time. From the different field and track events competed for, Egghead International School demonstrates that inter-house sport go beyond the thrill of competition, providing the platform where hidden talents are discovered, confidence built, and the value of teamwork are nurtured among students.
If we take out sports from the curriculum, I think it's not complete. So I want to thank the management of the Egghead for putting up such a wonderful occasion.
Professor Ezekiel Williams is the director of the school.
You can see really today that the mental outcome of what the children are doing today is the best point of their training. We train them on how to keep the rules, we train them how to obey regulations, we train them how to be physically. So at the Tutuman, we've been able to train them to come out with the best of what you can see.
For the participating students, it was fulfilling for those that won